I told them what I saw, that it will only take God for P2B to be made president of Nigeria. That the forces against that are more than human capacity. If things will continue the way it is going in Nigeria and in Africa, then the black man has no pride, has no hope. This nonsense that called election must be resisted. This result is not the result of the election, and they have to do the right thing, or else let them wait for not only God's judgment. The people have to rise and say that enough is enough. This is not a matter of them trying now to twist your brain to tell you that you are Yoruba, or you are Igbo, or you are Hausa, or you are black, or you are blue, or you are brown. You can only be stupid, you can only be foolish to listen to them. I don't want to know where you are coming from. I'm not interested in the container, I'm interested in the content. We need to come to our senses and understand that ethnicity and religiosity and whatever they try to use to divide you, to divide us, should no more hold. God always walks with a man. You will always, God doesn't walk with the crowd, he walks with a man. Yes, and I look for a man that will stand in gap.
Like in the days of Moses.
When he wanted to save the world, he sent Jesus Christ. God always walked with a man. I don't know whether these people still remember they have children. I don't know whether these people still remember that there's God who rules in the affairs of men. Anybody who says he's a man of God, or is even a man of devil, that says P2B should take this thing as the will of God, out of God, doesn't know God.
You are welcome to the End Time Truth Television, the channel for the lovers of truth, for the truth of the end time. So if you are a lover of truth, give us a subscription and God bless you. Shalom.
Daddy, thank you for giving us this time.
God bless you.
Thanks for your time. We know you have been so busy in terms of prayer and in intercession for this country. But first and foremost, let me start by asking you that, how did you feel? Because the last time we came here, sir, you gave a clarion call, you gave a charge to the Christians, to the young people of Nigeria mostly, that they should go out and vote for what is right. But when we all slept, we all went out on the 25th of February, Saturday, everybody paid their own dues. They went under the sun, they stayed for hours and voted. But just 3 days after, everybody was sleeping. I think around 4 a.m. or is it 4 a.m. Then they announced a candidate. By the time people woke up around 6, 7 a.m., the country was in a very total gloomy atmosphere. As I'm talking to you now, majority of Nigerians are in this gloomy atmosphere, crying and wishing that a miracle will happen. Even the man that allegedly won, His Excellency Peter Gregory Obi, is now approaching the court of law to say, let us see the process that brought this out, because Lagos was lost to the old parties, PDP and APC. Kaduna was lost to the old parties, PDP and APC. It was lost to Labour Party. Lagos was lost to Labour Party. Plateau State was lost to Labour Party. Even Edo State was lost. Then the Federal Capital Territory, the biggest city where everything is happening, Abuja, was lost to Labour Party. And even Katsina, the state where the present president of the Federal Republic, Muhammadu Buhari, hailed from, was lost to Labour Party. And a whole lot of other miracles that happened across. But at the end of the day, we can see the hand of Esau. Then we heard the voice of Jacob. So how did you feel as the seer, sir? The total honor, sir.
God bless you.
Amen, sir.
I knew that this will happen.
Oh, you knew, sir?
Very, very well. I put it on Facebook. And I told them what I saw, that it will only take God for P2B to be made president of Nigeria. That the forces against that are more than human capacity.
Jesus Christ.
It's on my Facebook. And I even shared the message with so many people. It's there. So the Lord showed me clearly that, it is not going to be possible for these vultures, these vampires, to hand over power to P2B, but they don't have the final say. I wrote it, it's there. I wrote it clearly that the people themselves who want the will of God to be done should stand out and resist it to the end. Now, watch this. God doesn't work alone. That's one of the mistakes that some people make. God will not expect you to do what he is going to do and what you will do. When you expect God to do your side and do his side, you will not find God. You will miss it. That, what happened in Nigeria, just as you said, they announced it late in the night.
People were sleeping, sir.
Because you see, Jesus said, when men were asleep, the enemy went to sow a tithe. And armed robbery, most serious armed robberies are done at night. So they knew what they were doing. You see, what is going on now, from the present state of things to the court and everything, they have already by themselves mapped it out. And what they want to do is to see how they will calm Nigerians down. You know, one of the head of states in this country said something. He said that when you push Nigerians to the wall, they will form a hole. That's the biggest insult.
They will form a hole.
Even if you push a weakling to the wall, it will bounce back.
Yes, sir. Even goats.
But he said when you push Nigerians to the wall, they will form a hole and enter.
Jesus Christ.
It's one of the highest insults that I have ever heard or seen. And that actually painted the picture of the attitude of Nigerians, which these evil rulers are aware of, and they are capitalizing on. They believe that you make noise, after some time, you will just buy to their robbery and whatever they are doing. But I want to tell every well-meaning Nigerian, especially the youths, and I want to tell the people of the world, let them hear me and hear very well. Nigerians will make sure that this robbery will not stand. Because if it stands, democracy is lost. It means that you can do whatever you like and get away with it. You understand? So if this is allowed to stand, then democracy is lost.
And I dare to tell you that swearing in Tinubu and Shetima is as good as swearing in the Nigerian army on 29th of May. If you swear in people that have not satisfied the requirement, you have by so doing ended democracy. The crisis I'm telling you now is that this our democracy is going to end by the way we are going. This democracy is going to end on the 29th of May, 2023. Please write it.
Those are extreme, those are extreme thoughts.
I am very, very happy to say it.
No,
you know my name.
You
introduced me.
Yeah.
Listen, don't stop.
I will, because those are extreme thoughts. You know why? Because there are allowable language to be used on television, especially as it relates to our nation and the unity of this country.
Put your question and let me answer you. Put your question. I know what I'm saying.
If there is an official...
If you breach the Constitution...
But is it not left to the court to decide otherwise?
This is already decided by the courts.
But the authority in charge of election gave a declaration.
Sure, if you are afraid for some things, don't ask for them.
I am not afraid. I will, as a citizen of the country, by the ethics and the guidelines of my profession, live by it. What is lawful? And I hope that you're a lawful citizen of the country.
Very, very
and so whatever the stipulation of the law guides, that if you are aggrieved about something, you go to the court to seek redress, isn't it?
This document is a product of the legal system. It has been signed into law by the President, Commander-in-Chief, Federal Republic of Nigeria. I believe in this document. That is why I'm so lawful. That is why I'm so confident. And that is why however extreme it is, Seun, I am saying it on national TV. I don't like to take risks. I'm not taking any risks. Swearing in a ticket that has not met the constitutional requirements of the Constitution, okay, is ending democracy. Quote me on it.
That's your interpretation.
That is my interpretation, and that is indeed a correct interpretation. You cannot swear people who have not met the constitutional requirement. You can't do that. If you did it, you have done something unlawful, something unconstitutional. And I'm repeating it. Whoever does not meet the constitutional requirement must never be sworn in. You said my name. If you like, I can say it again. I'm Dati Baba Ahmed. I'm not taking risks with my safety and with my life. But I'm repeating. Swear in anybody who does not meet the constitutional requirements of our country, you are engaging in an unconstitutional act. Mr. President, do not hold that inauguration. CJ and your lordship, do not partake in unconstitutionality. I am taking these risks for the sake of my country. Yes, it is extreme, and I'm saying it. It was more extreme for Yakubu to issue that certificate. It was reckless. He's putting all our lives in danger. All of us. We're already at risk. So what is there again in me taking risks again? What have they not done against Nigeria? What have they not abused in Nigeria? Now they'll take the constitution where it is clear, it says and get 24. After that, and FCT. They fail to get it. They are going to swear this man in, and I should be afraid? I will not be. I am telling you that on the 29th of May, 2023, swear in Tinubu as this result is, you have ended democracy, whoever you are.
And let them wait for anything that will come out of it. They have not seen agitation. Because, you cannot rule people in this manner. No. It's not possible. It's not possible. Even an animal will rebel. So I am calling on those who are congratulating this armed robbery to know that God will judge them. Anybody, any nation, any president, no matter who you are, that sought this day, broad daylight, this broad day robbery, and says you call it election, you call it democracy, you don't mean well for Nigeria, you don't mean well for Africa.
Nigeria is going through a spirito-surgical operation, and God is not going to involve the hand of any mortal man to do what he wants to do in Nigeria. The election is rigged. The election is rigged. Is there any election in this country we don't shout that is rigged? No. Is there anyone? Is there anyone you don't shout that is rigged? You know me, I am one man standing. I don't stay where the crowd are. God wants anybody to be there. Rigging or no rigging, the person will be there. No rigging can stop the mandate of God. So please, be careful.
But there is bad news for them. A political revolution has started, and nobody can stop it. A political revolution that will sweep away all these vultures, all these vampires, all these people. You see, most of these people, if you know how many people's blood they drink to stay alive.
Okay.
They drink people's blood to stay alive. So this revolution will sweep across Africa. Because, you see, if things will continue the way it is going in Nigeria and in Africa, then the black man has no pride, has no hope. So this nonsense that called election must be resisted. This result is not the result of the election, and they have to do the right thing, or else let them wait for not only God's judgment. The people have to rise and say that enough is enough. Because if you are not able to rise, this is not a matter of them trying now to twist your brain to tell you that you are Yoruba, or you are Igbo, or you are Hausa, or you are black, or you are blue, or you are brown. You can only be stupid, you can only be foolish to listen to them.
That is what they are playing out now.
That is what they use always. I said it before.
Emotional strategy.
That is what they use. They try, look at it. Obama was from Kenya.
Yes, sir.
He became a president for 8 years
in America.
A former slave. He became a president for 8 years, not 4 years. Which Donald Trump, white man, could not be able to achieve. And at the end of the day, his own deputy is the one who is president now.
That is
Joe Biden.
Joe Biden, yes.
Now, see, that's a country that understands what we're trying to. You don't allow color. The same blood flows in us. I don't want to know where you are coming from. I'm not interested in the container. I'm interested in the content. We need to come to our senses and understand that ethnicity and religiosity and whatever they try to use to divide you, to divide us, should no more hold. Use your brain. Think like a human being. This person, what is he standing for?
Yes, sir.
What is he going to achieve? What has he done before? This one, what is he standing for? And tell yourself the truth so that the country can move forward. This must not stand. This should not stand. Those who can pray should pray. Whatever it will take that is legal to make sure that this rubbish don't stand, let it be done. Anything that is legitimate has to be done to make sure that, because like I said, it will destroy democracy.
Yes, of course, sir.
If that means you can do whatever you like. Is it still democracy?
I don't think so, sir.
It can't be democracy when the wish of the people can be sold out. When people can be intimidated against their will. That is not democracy.
Humiliated.
Look at people wounded, people killed.
But a woman was...
A young boy, I saw the picture, a young boy committed suicide.
Yes.
And
that's 2 days after the election was announced.
You see, this should not hold. Anybody listening to me, forget about tribe, forget about religion. If you allow these people to waste your destiny and that of your children with sentiments, you will account to God. Everybody should rise against this robbery and make sure it doesn't stand for the benefit of the future. Because if it stands, it will continue like that. What it takes is for you just do whatever you like. And then it goes because you believe the people cannot resist you. But power belongs to the people. Political power belongs to the people. So we have to understand that this should be the defining bus stop. That is very important that we get it right.